Welcome to the Miscellaneous Podcast.
All right.
After Dark. Yeah, so what do you think? This is the new setup.
Yeah, this is cool. Okay, hold on. Let's look at this. All right, so we got Paul here. Get my microphone close to me so I can really look. Okay. I see 11. First of all, let's talk. You got wallpaper in the background. Is that wallpaper?
Yeah. This was an old room that was storage room, and I decided to change it out because the natural light here is amazing in the morning. So, well, daytime. So.
Okay, before you record with that background, we're going to need you to get rid of that wallpaper.
Well, it is what it is. So I'm getting I just ordered my new backdrop for the Miscellaneous Podcast with the new logo. It's going to be behind me.
Right.
And then it's going to have all the stuff from there. But, you know, I always got to keep this just for Norco to get pissed off at. Pump up the volume.
Oh.
And I added a light in there, too. This is a Christmas present my brother got me. It's a UFO speaker. It's pretty cool. It's the one that's light up in the back.
Does it light up when it's not playing anything?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not playing anything right now. So.
Oh, so it's just a flashing.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, just something a little flare. I'm going to move stuff around once I get everything going, but for right now, it's like, this will be good just for a quick little whatever. So, yeah. It's good.
What's up with that kangaroo? Is that Kangol?
Yeah. Yeah, Kangol. Yeah. Gotta represent.
Is that a Reebok flag or in the background? It's like a flag of Great Britain.
You mean up here? Yeah, it's part of Kangol. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Those silly Brits.
And that was Travis. Well, I can't do anything tonight. Ugh.
You couldn't get a hold of that fucker if the whole world was burning down. He wouldn't answer.
Yeah.
And even if he did, he's like, I'm just going to call you back.
Yeah.
Travis, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, well, our bald headeds will just do this tonight and be done with it. But
yeah.
I'm going to add more and more to this. But, so, you know, we were talking earlier about the issue about the missing show. And, you know, I know how you were like, you know, you were saying that you didn't give you the real answer. Stop like pussyfooting around it. Well, here's the real answer.
Yeah, because Paul, you do this thing where you give the answer, but then no reason why. That kind of just was like, I was at work at the moment, so I was like, I'm gonna be super fucking passive aggressive to Paul. I was like, I'm not mad at Paul. Boy, I'm gonna sound like a dick. I'm gonna sound like a dick.
I deserve it. And
here's why. And you know, just see it from my end. How much, you know, we set aside time to do all this, and then it gets nothing. It happens. I get it, but then to not give me a reason other than your reason was very generalized and very broad. It could have been interpreted anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't very specific.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right.
Because we talked about 10 different things, but I get it.
We did, but it was all under the same kind of flag,
right,
so to speak.
Right. Well, yeah, and we kept jumping back and forth to the whole thing, so it wouldn't have flowed if we cut all that stuff out.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right. Because I was so,
and then you said, "Well, I spoke to Frasley about this." I'm like, "Motherfucker, I was on with you. Why the fuck are you talking to Frasley?" Well, I understand Frasley. You know, you want an outside opinion. And then you talked to Sin about it. Didn't even talk to me about it.
Well, it wasn't like I talked to them. So Frasley.
Well, you didn't talk to me.
Well, let me be clear. Let me
explanation, motherfucker.
So,
I love you, Paul.
I love you too. So Frasley posted his fiery chip thing that he ate, right? And I think it was you who made him choose that particular chip.
I did.
Good call, man.
Well, what he did was he was going to do 2 ghost peppers. And ghost peppers, yeah, they're hot, but It's not a Carolina Reaper. And I told him to do a Dragon's Breath. That's the hottest. It's 2.5 million on the Scoville scale.
Jeez.
They say it'll take your breath away. Like, literally, you'll have trouble breathing. So I was like, no, probably don't want to do that.
Want to kill the
What was so funny, though, so he ate 3 Carolina Reaper chips. He got them down the gullet, and then someone messaged him.
Well, it was the big one that broke up to 3 pieces.
Okay.
Let me be clear, because I don't want you thinking he ate 3 of them.
Okay, so his one chip broke into 3 pieces. Well, It was funny because he was dying. And then I was reading all the comments, and then someone said, you didn't have to swallow it. All you had to do is put it in your mouth for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Exact same effect.
So for your listeners out there, go to the website, miscellaneouspodcast.org, and look in Discord, and you'll see where we posted it in Discord, and watch it. It's like 30 minutes long, and it looks I feel so bad for him. I actually, I gave him like a pep talk. They're like, good going, man. I couldn't do that, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. But while we were talking, circling back to the explanation, while we were talking about that, we're going to talk more about his chip thing on tomorrow's show. So that'd be fun. Yeah. So while we were talking, we talked about other things, and then that came up because I found out he's doing a show based on what we did. Not because of us, but because he feels that he needs to get out his explanation of this. And I said that's the problem I was having. We're not an opinionated show. We do not do this stuff. Even though I'm not embarrassed or like worried about that show, it's just we're not opinion, and everyone's saying what we're saying. So why would I need to keep adding to that?
Right, and to be honest, that subject is so it's so complex, and we're not that articulate when it comes to.
We're not articulate.
No. I mean, we're not political pundits, and that would just turn more of a back and forth. Roundtable talk about all this shit, and nothing's going to end up being right. It's just going to be an opinionated thing and to be honest, I wouldn't want to listen to that. I turn off the news on purpose when that shit is on. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
I don't want to hear about it. That's not why I listen to certain things.
Yeah. Mainstream media is very biased, and then everything that I was looking at social media was pretty much the exact same thing we were saying. So I was pretty much like, I don't need to post this. So, well,
and the people who listen to our show don't want to hear us talk about this.
Probably, because none of our political stuff ever worked, so.
No, it sucks balls. Sucks big old dick.
So another thing is to solidify, which adds on to what you just said. So this morning, me and Sin did a show for World of Warcraft. And while we're doing that, he made this little comment that he hasn't been listening to podcasts because that's all they're talking about. And that's when I was like, well, fuck, that's literally the reason why I don't want to do this. So
isn't that interesting? Every time I see Sin on Facebook, that's all he's posting. Ain't that right, Sin? Posting. He's the most besides Lavender, he's the most paranoid. Stay home. Everyone stay home. Lavender thinking he's going to die, and then he's asking you to go to Lake of the Ozarks for the weekend. Like, Lavender, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, me and him talked
but poor
today.
Poor Sin. I'm sorry. No, and we kept him up. Yeah. Oh, poor baby.
So while we're trying to do the mass text, I was, we were just going to say like, we're doing After Dark. Anybody wants to come on, whatever. But I got kind of like ornery because I'm like, no, I want a group. I want a group tonight just because it'd be fun. So then I put like each single word in there as a text.
I saw.
And then you followed, start doing it too. And then Sin goes, I hate you all. I'm trying to go to bed.
It's my alarm. Get an alarm clock, man. Do like a normal husband. Tell your wife to wake you up when it's time to go.
Oh, man. My brother does that. That's so nice. I'm so jealous.
But then you kind of get pissed off if your wife is like, that's the first thing you hear is her angelic voice telling you to get the hell up.
Angelic, good choice of words.
I hope it's angelic, and he's not. Get up, asshole.
Yeah, probably. A long time ago when I owned my first house, it was like a bachelor pad. I've talked about this before. House on First Street. My buddy Darby shows up there and he spends the night. He had to actually work in the morning, and I heard the argument way early in the morning from her waking him up, and he didn't want to wake up, and he just like, get the fuck up! Your clothes are in the washer. And so I was a little pissed because I was like, y'all been using my washer without me knowing? So, yeah. And then you hear him like have a fit, like, no, I don't want to get up. Yeah. It's like, what are you, 5?
Did your mom wake you up before school when you were, in elementary school? Okay, so my mom did. She had to wake up super early to, she's a single mom. We didn't have babysitter. After school, we went home and we entertained ourselves. So, but to get up, she had to make sure we were up, and she would scream, get up, get up. Mm-hmm. I hated my mom's voice until I was like 30.
No.
Now I like her. I can talk to her. But
yeah. Oh, I can see. Yeah. No, my dad, once a year when the school season first started, my dad would get really geeked out by it. So he would wake us up with this song called Tramp, 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 the Boys Are Marching. And he'd come in and he would start singing it, and he'd make a loud noise. He turns on all the lights. It was like, what the fuck? And that was his thing he did every year. But other than that, nah. Now, circling back to, like I said, that was the reason why. Sorry to jump it right back to the old subject. That was the reason why I didn't post it. Now, this is for all the listeners. If you want us to post that episode, which is very opinionated and borderline probably, funny, I don't know.
Post it on the website.
Yeah, we could, yeah. But listeners, if you want to hear us, you want to hear that episode, give us feedback. Send us comments either on YouTube, anywhere you can find it. Send me a text. We have our Google number. Put it into the website. I don't care. But we'll do it if you want. But that's up to you.
And the thing about that episode is we touched on a bunch of different stuff. Yeah, the current events were plugged in there here and there. But I thought it was a good, fun conversation.
It was. It was
but
true
I get
things that I had happen to me too. So yeah.
Right.
But you get that I was like,
yeah. It wasn't true to what the show's actually about. Mm-hmm. So I get that. And then once you mentioned it to me, I wasn't as mad that you talked to Frasley.
I didn't ask them for counsel. We were talking and it just happened to be brought up. That's all. And same thing with
how convenient.
Oh, whatever.
How can agreed with me? Frasley agreed with me, and then I just found out 10 minutes ago. Yeah, and I talked to Sin, and Sin made the comment. Oh, everyone's talking to everybody except the person who was also on the other end of the fucking conversation.
Yeah, but
I've got 3 shows that are on the shelf still.
Okay, 3. You were saying that. What other ones are there?
We talked about Bombshell. We talked about.
I gotta find that. Yeah. Okay, Bombshell's a big one. I need to have that one up. Yeah.
You jack off.
Then it's a horrible editor.
Then it was the night. It was me, you, and Travis.
I thought that one was up.
No, that was the one where I was saying, "Hey, don't, with your customers."
Yeah, I got a lot of things I gotta chop up though. Put stuff on. I gotta go in there and do it.
Send me something to listen to. I'm so bored at work. Just send me something. Then the one we did with Lavender, I think he might have been out of it, or maybe I was out of it. I was high, maybe. I don't know.
No, we did that posted. That was the one where he was on video. That one's out.
No, there was a second one that he was on video. Talking about when he was talking about his nuts the entire time?
I don't know. I thought that's out. I thought that one was out.
We need you to go through your folders, Paul.
That's a hard drive. That's a hard drive, and it's a terabyte big, full of shit. So it's a lot.
Well, you better get your pickaxe and start mining that fucker.
I know, dude. I already started working on the best of for this year's holidays when we're going to be going on 4th of July and stuff like that. So.
You should have a lot of good content for that, because there's a lot of stuff that I hear on the show that never shows up. It's on the cutting room floor. And I'm like, oh man, that was so good. But I know you need it. Best of.
Well, not just that. I kind of get the meat of it. No, see, okay. Well, okay, let's get back to the subject, okay? So that's the reason why, if listeners want to hear it, give us just let us know, and then we'll if we get so many in, we'll post it. Okay?
No, we won't.
Yeah, well. Now now the other side of this is I'm letting the listeners decide.
Okay.